Alright, welcome back everybody. This is the Benjinator and you are watching Let's Play Saga Frontier. This is part 9. And so I originally tried this video before and I kind of messed it up because what we're actually doing in this video is we are going to be taking on the third step of what I call the 4 steps to kick butt at Saga Frontier. And this is by far the most controversial one. It's actually optional. You don't have to do this, but I highly recommend it. So what we are actually going to be doing today is that we are going to be taking advantage of 2 glitches in this game that will eventually lead you to get an unlimited money supply. And the reason that I find this as almost a necessary step for this game is just simply because of the fact that it's very hard to get money in this game. If you want to get all the primary equipment, the best equipment that you can get in this game, and trust me, you're going to need it, especially for later boss fights. If you do it manually, if you do it without this trick, it's going to take you forever. It's going to take you forever fighting 1 or 2 particular monsters that give you a certain amount of credits. So, sorry, I'm a little sniffly today. But I'm going to be showing you a trick to make this process go a lot faster. So the first place you actually want to go is right here, is the junk shop. Actually, we're in scrap. And so this is how you initiate the trick. So what you first want to do is you want to talk to this guy and you want to say you're buying, and so you pay your 300 credits to get in. And the way that the junk shop works is that you can go to an item, and then it will, you know, there's various spots in here, and you can take it, and sometimes you'll get a gun, sometimes you'll get a weapon or a broken bumper. Either way, like, manually speaking, if you're just doing this the legitimate way, the junk shop really doesn't have much of a point to it. But there is one nice little trick that makes things a lot easier for you. So the first thing you want to do is you want to sell. Excuse me for a second. I have to take the dual gun off of meleeing. Don't worry, we're going to be getting a better one soon. So the first thing you actually want to do is you want to sell these items. So the repair kits, first of all, your hyperscale, and your dual gun. So you might be thinking to yourself, well, those are pretty good weapons. Why are we getting rid of them? Well, here's what you do, is that by selling those items, you have actually vastly increased the quality of the stuff that you can get in the junk shop. Now you might be thinking to yourself, well, does that mean I have to keep paying and gambling, essentially, to get these items possibly? Well, actually, no, you don't. If you go down to here, and you hit the circle button a few times, what actually happens is there's a little bit of a trick where you can actually go in here, and voila, you actually have 7 items that you can get now. So now, like for example, this little spot right here, unfortunately it's being a little bit uncooperative, but you'll see very soon. Yeah, so you got a lethal gun, and you have hopefully another lethal gun. Yeah, so actually now you have 2 of probably the strongest guns in the game that you can put on meleeing. And the best part of it is that later on she's going to get a technique that will allow her to use 2 guns at once, which is awesome. Oh, and excuse me, I did not, I had to load this from a different save file, so I did not put Dr. Nusicon where it should be. Alright, there we go, perfect. So now all you have to do to get more, to be able to do this even more is, first of all, you want to sell these repair kits. And then you just do the same thing again, and voila. So now what you actually want to do is, if you take a look at there's a couple things you want to get while you're here. What you actually want to do, first of all, is get 5 Excel shields, because Excel shields are amazing, amazing sauce. Shields in this game are, I wouldn't say that they're OP, but they're really super helpful. So you want to make sure to get 5 of those for your 4 humans and a mystic. So that's one of the first things you want to get. So let's just finish that up a little bit. So come on, come on, come on, come on. No, don't need any broken bumpers. I wish you could sell those. You'd make a ton of money that way. All right, and so just one more. Oh man. All right, almost. Come on. I would be skipping over the process of getting these shields, but there's another thing I do want to just cover while I'm here, because this is one part of a pretty extensive trick to getting a lot of money. It's not just selling repair kits, trust me. Alright, there's the Excel shield. So now what you want to do is that you want to stockpile one of the weapons over here. So the Osk sword, you want to get about 40 of those before you leave. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do that and then skip ahead. And then once I'm finished, what I'll do is I will meet you in Shrike, because after you get about 40 Osk swords, Shrike is the place where you want to go. So I'll see you there. Alright, so here we are, guys, in Shrike, and so what you want to do is, I got about, well, I have exactly 39 Osk swords. That's probably good enough. You want to talk to this guy, and he will take them. You will basically pay money for them. So isn't that neat? So you might be thinking to yourself, well, is that the way you get all this money? Well, not exactly. This is just one more step in the process. There's actually a much better way. So now we have about 11,000 credits, which is pretty good, but we can actually get more. We can continue to get more. So after you've done the junk shop trick a couple times and gotten some Osk swords, you need, I would say, about 10,000. I mean, more is better, but 10,000 is kind of what your goal wants to be. So once you have once you have more than 10,000 credits, then you want to go to the next place, which is, oddly enough, Nelson. So let's go to the region of Nelson. Alright, so here we are in Nelson. So what you actually want to do is you want to talk to this guy right here in front of the pinball machine. And you want to buy as many gold ingos as you possibly can. So that would be 23 in this case. So now we only have 185 credits, but don't worry, we will be getting them back very shortly. So what's the next place you want to go to? Remember there was a gold exchange in Kurong? That's where you want to go next, so I'll see you in Kurong. Alright, here we are in Kurong. And so the gold exchange is just over here, which is pretty easy to do. And so you can actually sell your gold here. But one of the things you'll notice, of course, is that the price goes down when you sell it. Now the trick here, and this is where I totally screwed up last time, is that you want to, this is the first thing you want to do, is you want to go to 480. So once you get to 480, that's when you stop. Alright, good. So now what we're going to be doing is we are going to be going back to Nelson and buying some even more gold ingos. So I'm going to go back, buy some, and then come back here. Alright, so just took care of that. Let me just show you for a second. Got 25 gold ingos and 465 credits. So, alright, so this is what we're going to do next, and this is where the trick of Takanomics comes in, and this is where some people might get mad at me because they think I'm totally cheating. But, oh well. Alright, so now what you want to do is you want to sell those gold ingos, but as you'll notice, you could actually go past 0. And you want to keep going down, you want to keep tapping that down button. But then, the one thing you absolutely do not want to do is hit confirm. You do not want to actually just sell that, because otherwise you're just losing money. But now watch this. If you go back up, all of a sudden, what's happening is that you are actually selling, you've actually inflated the price of gold up to 1,000. Because one of the errors they made in this game is they did not make negative integers for the price of gold. So you can actually manipulate it pretty well. And so now what you do, as you'll notice, is that if you go once again back down to 480, like this, you actually have not necessarily more gold than before, but you almost have as much. And so let me show you what happens when you've done this a couple times. Alright, so I've actually gone back and forth between Kurong and Nelson a couple times. And look at that! I got 24,000 credits, and I have, let me just show you, 51 gold ingos. So, just to kind of break this process down, basically what you gotta do is you gotta go here. Well, you gotta go to Nelson first, buy as many gold ingos as you can, preferably when you have about 10,000 credits. Then what you have to do is go to Kurong and lower the price, first of all, to 480. So 480 is kind of your magic number there. And then after that, you use the money to buy more gold ingos from Nelson, come back here, lower, try to sell, attempt to sell as many gold ingos as you can. And the important thing is that you go past 0, but you don't actually confirm it. And then what you do is you raise the price, and you'll actually notice that the price, well, you'll be inflating the price making it go up to as many gold ingos as you can carry, and then you want to go back down to 480 and sell it, and you'll actually have more money than you did before. So it's a little complicated, and again, it's totally cheap. They were trying to make a supply and demand system, but they forgot about negative integers. They didn't have some kind of internal clock telling them whether or not you were, basically trying to manipulate the price of currency. So anyway, now they have 51 gold ingos, and remember that this is actually the most you can get out of this system. Is as you can see, you go all the way down. Once again, remember, not hitting that circle button at all. And then you go all the way back up, and what actually happens, the reason why 51 is where you want to stop is because it doesn't actually go above 2040. So if you try to keep doing this process, like buying 99 gold ingos, it's gonna, if you try to inflate the price, it's not gonna go past 2040. So once again, you just go back down to 12 or 480 as far as the price goes. And there you go, you got about 51,000 credits, which is amazing. So, whenever you want to do this trick again, you want to keep an eye on your, you have 12 gold ingos. I probably wouldn't let it get below 20,000 credits. If you're going below 20,000 credits, then I would advise you to go and buy a bunch of gold ingos and repeat this process, and voila, you'll have 50,000. So, that's how Takanomics works. It's cheap, it's technically a glitch, but it'll save you an immense amount of time, because now you'll be able to go out and purchase some really great equipment, stuff that is absolutely necessary for defeating the final boss, not just in this quest, but in the other ones too. So, in the next video, I'm going to be showing you the stuff that you can buy with this money, but also, I'm going to be going into the fourth and final step of being awesome at Saga Frontier, and that is powering up, that is grinding, and I'm going to give you some tips on how to do that. So, thank you guys for watching this episode on Taconics in Saga Frontier in Blues Quest. This is the Benjinator, and I will see you guys later.